Hello everyone, Dividend Enjoyer here, and today we're going to be doing kind of an exciting and different video. This is going to be a Tesla stock analysis, ticker symbol TSLA. Obviously, this stock gets a lot of press coverage, and people have their biases either way towards Elon Musk or the company in general. And I felt like it'd be interesting to do an objective stock analysis. For full disclosure, for one, this is not financial advice. For two, I do not own any Tesla stock. But I'm going to be doing a DCF valuation for this company. I'm also going to be looking at performance against some of their peers. I'm going to be looking at some risks, some things I think, because I think Tesla's a very interesting company because I think there are certain things that are being factored into the stock price and certain things that aren't. And I think this is maybe the most difficult company right now to actually get a solid, good valuation for. And I think it would be an interesting challenge to do my best. So if you guys like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. I have plenty of stock analysis videos. Please like the video. It helps me out a lot. And without further ado, let's get into it. Tesla stock currently trades for $403.84 a share. It's up 62.56% over the past year. The market cap of the company is 1.27 trillion, which is huge for an automaker. The PE ratio is 110.73. The company does not pay a dividend. The 52-week low is $138.80, and the 52-week high is $488.54. Now, while this is fresh in your head and those numbers are fresh in your head, I also wanted to just briefly show Ford Motor Company and kind of their performance and also their metrics. So over the past year, they're down 18.59%. The market cap is $39.35 billion, which is significantly lower. It's about it's over $970 billion lower. The company pays a 6.06% annual dividend, and the PE ratio is about 1/10 of Tesla, so 11.29. You might be wondering, as like an objective investor looking at this, why is Tesla valued so much higher than Ford? Or, I'm not picking on Ford. You could choose any other, automaker. And Tesla is going to come out with a way higher valuation, and it's going to cost a way higher premium to buy into. So you might ask yourself, why would anyone want to buy into this? And the truth is that people think that there's just, Tesla's a different kind of company, and Elon Musk is a different kind of CEO. I tend to disagree, but, I watched a Berkshire Hathaway annual shareholder meeting a long time ago, and someone asked Charlie Munger what he thought about Elon Musk, and he said he would never invest in any of his companies, but he said that, you should never underestimate someone who overestimates themselves. And I think this is indicative of Elon Musk being a really spectacular sort of person. I just wanted to cover this, though, because that's kind of the argument people have, is that with Elon Musk at the helm, Tesla is definitely worth the premium you're paying, and that Tesla in the future is going to have self-driving and a lot of different, offerings that are going to make the company really special compared to the competitors. And that's really the big argument that people have. They are the leader in EV, just cars. A lot of other companies have tried to get into EVs and failed spectacularly. I think Tesla is leading the charge on EVs. They also have the advantage of getting so many government subsidies for their EVs. And now, one thing I really want to highlight is that Elon Musk has the ear of President Donald Trump. Now, I just want to go over this quickly because it's more conceptual and I don't have, obviously numbers supporting that. But the fact that President Donald Trump is so closely aligned with Elon Musk, and Elon Musk has these companies, I think that you're going to see government policy that's more favorable towards his companies, and I think that is going to help his cash flows. I don't want to get too into the weeds on that. I just think it's something conceptual that we need to think about when valuing Elon Musk's companies, that he has a huge advantage over his competitors in terms of legislation in the country he operates in. Here are the quarterly financials for Tesla. As you can see, we have revenue up 7.85% year over year, net income up 16.95% year over year, diluted EPS up 16.98% year over year, net profit margin up 8.44% year over year, operating income up 54.02% year over year, and net change in cash up 409.14% year over year, and their cost of revenue also up 5.28% year over year. One thing I want to share with you guys too, just conceptually, is that I personally do not invest in any automotive or anything involved with airlines, cruise ships, anything like that. And the reasoning is I do not like companies that, for one, are extremely competitive. I do not like competition in business. I think it makes everything more difficult. And automakers are extremely competitive. I don't like businesses that don't give me high margin. Okay, so Tesla is, checking that box. It's very low margin business. And I don't like businesses where one mistake down the line can get you sued for an entire year's worth of earnings. And so if something's engineered incorrectly in these cars that they're making and trying to change the world with, trying to innovate in crazy new and exciting ways, like with the Cybertruck or with some of the new Tesla models or different things like that, if one thing's wrong on those and they get sued for all of that money, then I mean that's a huge negative to me, and I don't like that in investing in companies. Knowing, I mean, look at Boeing. I've told my friend not to invest in that. I think Boeing's very similar to Tesla in a lot of ways, in just the way that they operate. But I actually think Boeing is higher quality because it's more monopolistic with the defensive side. But I personally would never invest in Tesla. But with that being said, I just want you guys to think about it and understand the kind of risks in a different sort of way. And I think we should do the DCF valuation portion of the video because I've been rambling about this a lot. And, I think Tesla's a very unique company. I think it's been covered a lot. And I kind of just wanted to give my 2 cents with a different outlook than what everyone else is saying about the company, if that makes sense. Here I have my calculation for my weighted average cost of capital. Everything here was used from Yahoo Finance. As you can see, we have a 10.11% weighted average cost of capital. This is pretty in line with the figures I saw online. They ranged anywhere from about 8 to 15%. So I'm comfortable using this number for my model. Here I have my current discounted cash flow per share of Tesla at $49.70. This is significantly lower than the stock price of $403.84. And we can change these figures. Even if Tesla grows on an average of 30% a year, it's still not even one fourth of the value that it's at now. So I think we can definitively say from this model and just the statistical likelihood that Tesla can even meet this growth at the size they are, that Tesla is most definitely overvalued. And it's not a question of if, it's a question of when the stock will come down. I think that you can still factor in the things I talked about earlier. I think they have significant advantages when it comes to, you know, the government being on their side and things like that. But ultimately, the valuation of a stock comes from the free cash flow growth. And Tesla, you know, it's not there. Like realistically, it's just not where it needs to be. I mean, this current stock price has the future cash flow baked in probably 20 years from now. This is what Tesla should reasonably be worth, or 10 years or 5, I don't know, but not today. And I mean, the model clearly shows that. I mean, even I think 12% is a reasonable growth rate. That's a very high growth rate for a company that's already worth, over $1 trillion. But I just don't see, I don't think anyone should be buying this. I don't think there's any reason to be touching this. If you like Elon, buy buy like a boring company, flamethrower or something like that. Don't touch Tesla stock, please, guys. It's not a good investment. I think we've demonstrated it objectively here. We've also talked about, comparisons to some of their automaking competitors where it actually made sense and seemed like reality. And Ford is still a big company that makes a lot of money. Tesla makes, similar amounts and is valued at, like over 10x what Ford is. So it just doesn't make sense. The downside is 91.73% with a 12% growth rate, which is insane. And even if we change this discount rate to something lower, like 7%, which I think is ridiculous for Tesla, considering we just calculated it. But let's say we also give them a 25% growth rate. They're still undervalued by 68.32%. So that's my valuation of Tesla stock. If you guys enjoyed the video, please check out more. I think that this stock has run way too much and it is way overvalued, but that's my opinion. So thanks for watching.